Welcome, fight fans, to Professional Fighters League pre-fight show. I am Sean O'Connell, and this year I am joined by a legend, someone I'm very excited to work with. You're familiar with him. You know him. You love him. Kenny Florian. Ken Flo, what's up?
Sean, what's up, man? Thank you for the intro.
I'm really excited to be working with you this year. I'm even more excited for the long-awaited debut of Season 3 of Professional Fighters League. And the ESPN 2 card features 4 fights. 3 of those fights feature former champions, including 2 back-to-back champions in the PFL, and, of course, a guy who's converted from an MMA fighter to a boxer back to an MMA fighter. It's going to be a barn burner of a card tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The card is completely stacked. I can't wait, man.
That's on ESPN 2. We'll start the action off at 5:30 Eastern Time on ESPN+. 22 different countries are represented on the PFL roster this year, and that international flavor is very well represented here with the lightweights and the featherweights. We'll start the night with a representative from Paraguay versus Tajikistan. If that doesn't illustrate for you how broad this is, I don't know what does. But let's get into the main event. Anthony Showtime Pettis, big-time signing for the PFL this past offseason, and he takes on Clay Collard, who's that boxer I mentioned. Collard has been more active than any fighter on the PFL roster because through the pandemic, he was actually boxing and he was knocking off prospects.
Yeah, absolutely. And, for Clay, he was saying, listen, this isn't even what I do. I am best as a mixed martial artist, and he's been out there knocking out very good professional boxers out there. So he's riding high on confidence. He believes he has the strategy and the game plan to go out there and beat Anthony Pettis. If there was a knock on Anthony Pettis, you could say that maybe he wilts when he goes against a high-pressure fighter, and I think Clay Collard is going to be just that. But Anthony Pettis has been, since he really came on the scene way back in the day, has been one of the most exciting fighters in the world. Why? The kid really can do it all. He's a finisher. He has a lot of flash, and he is also riding high on confidence as well.
He's the big name. He'll come into tomorrow night's fight as a huge betting favorite. We'll get to that later on in the show. Look, those are 2 big lightweight signings, right? But the back-to-back champion, Natan Shultz, is still with the PFL, and he's not getting the respect that he deserves. He has a grappling ace for a first opponent here in the first event of PFL Season 3.
Yeah, I mean, this might be the most intriguing matchup on the whole card to me because Marcin Held is such a dynamo when it comes to the submission game, especially in regards to his leg lock game. He is capable of submitting anyone in the world, but he is going against a fantastic grappler in Natan Shultz. And of course, he has all the experience in the world, a 2-time champion, and a guy who is continually developing his game. He's excellent with his striking. His takedowns are phenomenal. And you got to believe he's going to be ready for the leg lock game of Marcin Held, or he better be.
2 elite strikers in the main event, 2 elite lightweight grapplers in the co-main event, and another highly anticipated matchup comes with another back-to-back champion, 2-time featherweight PFL champ, Lance "the Party" Palmer, renews a rivalry that is over a decade old with his old wrestling rival, Bubba Jenkins.
I love this matchup. I love the history between these two. These guys have known each other for a very long time. You could say they're kind of friendly. But Bubba Jenkins is talking like he's not very friendly right now. He believes he's the better fighter. He believes he's the better athlete. And I think he's riding high knowing that he has defeated him in wrestling many years ago. And Lance keeps pointing to that. He says, listen, that was a long time ago. I'm a completely different guy. I'm the champion. I'm the 2-time champion. I've been here. I know what I'm doing in here. And he just feels like he's the more seasoned mixed martial arts fighter. He may very well be right about that. But when you get a fighter who is talking a lot, that could maybe get into the head of even a seasoned champion like Lance Palmer. It seems like Lance is staying cool about the whole situation and is confident. But you got to imagine there's going to be a whole lot of pressure on Lance Palmer.
Like you said, they know each other well. Bubba Jenkins was the wrestling champion, but Lance "the Party" Palmer is a 2-time PFL champion looking for the three-peat. And in what might be the people's main event, Brendan Lochmann finally gets to be part of the regular season the playoffs, and the championship. In 2019, he was a showcase fighter for the PFL in Season 2. Now he gets to really dive in, and he thinks it's going to bring out the best in his game.
This is what I love about these tournament formats is that, there's always going to be some dark horse or some surprise that emerges every season. And I think Brendan Lochmann may be that guy. And this is no disrespect to him, but he doesn't have one of the bigger names in that division. But he is absolutely someone to watch. He has a lot of weapons. I love the way he moves. His footwork is phenomenal. He's a clean striker. He's also an excellent grappler as well. He's extremely consistent. And he also is on an excellent win streak right now. But he is facing a very dangerous striker in Shayna Moraes, a guy who has been around and fought some of the best in the world. So I'm fascinated by this matchup as well.
Yeah, Shayna Moraes has been tested, like you said, against the very best. His record may not actually be indicative of his true skill set. That will be the fight that closes out the show as voted on by the fans on ESPN+. It is going to be an incredible night loaded with 145-pound contenders and 155-pounders who are looking to dethrone the back-to-back champs in each weight class. The hunt begins. PFL Season 3, Episode 1. I cannot wait. It is so long overdue. And like I said before, I get to be bouncing my ideas off of a genius like Kenny Florian. It doesn't get better than that.
I can't wait, buddy. Let's do it.
The show starts on ESPN Plus at 5:30 Eastern Time. From there, we go to ESPN2, working toward our main event, Anthony Showtime Pettis versus Cassius Clay Collard. PFL, the only mixed martial arts organization with a regular season, playoffs, and a championship, all in the pursuit of a belt and $1 million prize in 6 different weight classes. We'll see you there.